If people play dirty, outsmart them calmly. Machiavelli. Have you ever noticed that some people don't compete fairly? They gossip behind your back, manipulate situations, spread rumors, steal credit for your work, or smile in your face while secretly trying to bring you down. Most people react emotionally when this happens. They become angry, defensive, and eager to fight back. But according to the wisdom often associated with Machiavelli, reacting emotionally is exactly what your opponents want. The moment they control your emotions, they gain power over your decisions. The strongest person in the room is not always the loudest. The strongest person is often the one who remains calm while everyone else is losing control. When someone plays dirty, your first instinct may be to expose them immediately or attack them with equal force. Yet history repeatedly shows that emotional reactions create mistakes. A calm mind sees opportunities that an angry mind cannot see. This is why successful leaders, businesspeople, and strategists rarely make important decisions when they are upset. They understand that patience is a weapon. One of the most dangerous mistakes people make is revealing their strategy too early. When someone treats you unfairly, you may feel compelled to explain everything you know. You may want to show your cards and prove that you understand what they are doing. However, Machiavellian thinking teaches something different. Observe first. Speak less. Gather information. The person who knows more than they reveal often has the advantage. Silence can make your opponents underestimate you, and underestimation creates opportunities. Many people believe that winning means defeating every enemy. In reality, winning often means conserving your energy for battles that matter. Not every insult deserves a response. Not every criticism requires a defense. Some people are looking for a reaction because attention is their reward. When you refuse to provide that reward, their influence weakens. Calmness becomes a form of power. It demonstrates confidence and self-control, qualities that naturally attract respect from others. Another important lesson is understanding motives. People rarely act without a reason. Behind every betrayal, manipulation, or act of dishonesty is usually a hidden desire. Some want status. Some want money. Some want recognition. Some simply want control. When you understand what motivates a person, their behavior becomes predictable. Predictable people are easier to outmaneuver than unpredictable ones. Instead of focusing on what people say, pay attention to what they want. Their actions will often reveal their true intentions. The smartest response to manipulation is often strategic distance. You do not need to announce that you are distancing yourself from someone. You do not need dramatic confrontations. Simply reduce their influence over your life. Limit the information they receive. Limit the opportunities they have to interfere. Continue moving forward without making your intentions obvious. This approach protects your peace while preserving your energy for meaningful goals. There is also tremendous value in building a reputation that speaks louder than any accusation. When people know you for integrity, consistency, and competence, false attacks become less effective. Your reputation becomes a shield. This takes time to build, but it pays dividends for years. Instead of obsessing over every critic, invest your efforts into becoming so capable that your results speak for themselves. Success often silences arguments more effectively than words ever could. Many individuals lose because they become consumed by revenge. They spend so much time thinking about the person who wronged them that they neglect their own growth. This is a hidden trap. Revenge can feel satisfying in the short term, but progress creates lasting victories. Imagine where your life could be if all the energy spent on resentment was redirected toward learning new skills, improving your finances, strengthening your relationships, or building your dreams. The best response to many enemies is becoming so successful that their attempts no longer matter. Patience is another principle that separates strategists from emotional thinkers. Not every victory happens immediately. Sometimes the person playing dirty appears to be winning. They gain attention, influence, or temporary success. This can be frustrating to watch. Yet short-term victories are often misleading. Eventually, character reveals itself. Dishonesty creates consequences. Poor decisions accumulate. Those who rely on manipulation frequently destroy trust over time. Meanwhile, those who remain disciplined continue building foundations that last. One of the most underestimated skills in life is emotional control. People spend years learning technical skills but never learn how to manage their reactions. When someone insults you, can you remain composed? When someone spreads lies about you, can you think clearly instead of reacting impulsively? Emotional mastery is not weakness. It is strength. It allows you to make decisions based on logic rather than temporary feelings. The person who controls their emotions controls their future. Remember that confidence does not require constant validation. Some people desperately seek approval from everyone around them. This makes them vulnerable to manipulation because their self-worth depends on external opinions. True confidence comes from knowing your values and goals. When your purpose is clear, criticism becomes less distracting. You stop living according to the expectations of others and begin focusing on what truly matters. As you continue your journey, understand that difficult people are not obstacles to your success, they are tests of your discipline. Every encounter teaches you something. Every challenge strengthens your judgment. Every setback develops resilience. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can this teach me?" This shift in perspective transforms problems into opportunities for growth. If this message resonates with you and you want more powerful lessons on strategy, psychology, self-mastery, and timeless wisdom, subscribe to this channel right now and turn on notifications. By subscribing, you'll never miss the insights that can help you stay ahead, think smarter, and build a stronger future. Join our growing community and become part of a movement dedicated to personal growth, success, and intelligent living. Another powerful principle is learning how to recognize hidden games before they trap you. Not everyone who approaches you has good intentions. Some people disguise selfish motives behind compliments, friendship, or opportunities. They tell you exactly what you want to hear because they want something from you. This does not mean you should become paranoid or distrust everyone. It means you should learn to observe patterns. Consistency reveals character. Anyone can act trustworthy for a day, a week, or even a month. Over time, however, people's true nature becomes difficult to hide. Watch what they do when they gain power, when they are under pressure, or when they believe nobody is watching. Those moments reveal more than words ever will. Machiavellian wisdom also teaches the importance of controlling information. Information is power. The more people know about your plans, weaknesses, fears, and ambitions, the more opportunities they have to use that knowledge against you. This does not mean living in secrecy. It means being selective. Share your goals with people who genuinely support your growth. Avoid discussing every plan with individuals who have not earned your trust. Some dreams fail not because they were impossible but because they were exposed to the wrong audience too early. Protect your vision until it becomes strong enough to stand on its own. Many people underestimate the value of appearing calm during conflict. When emotions rise, most individuals become predictable. They speak without thinking, reveal information they should keep private, and make decisions they later regret. A calm person gains an advantage because they can see the situation more clearly. Imagine a chess player who becomes angry every time a piece is captured. They will eventually make reckless moves. The same principle applies to life. Your ability to remain composed under pressure can often determine whether you win or lose. It is also important to understand that not everyone deserves access to your time. Time is one of your most valuable resources because once it is gone, it can never be recovered. Manipulative people often consume enormous amounts of time through drama, arguments, and unnecessary conflicts. They pull you into battles that offer no meaningful reward. Successful individuals learn to protect their time fiercely. Before engaging in any conflict, ask yourself a simple question: will this matter in a year? If the answer is no, it may not deserve your attention today. There is a reason why some people remain trapped in the same cycle of frustration for years. They focus more on proving others wrong than proving themselves right. Every day becomes a reaction to someone else's behavior. Their enemies determine their mood, their focus, and even their goals. This is a dangerous position to be in because it gives away personal power. The moment you stop allowing others to control your direction, you begin reclaiming control of your life. Your goals should be larger than your grudges. Another lesson worth remembering is that strength and kindness can exist together. Many people assume that being strategic means becoming cold or ruthless. That is not necessarily true. You can be respectful while maintaining boundaries. You can be kind without being naive. You can forgive without forgetting important lessons. Real strength comes from balance. It is the ability to remain compassionate without allowing yourself to be exploited. It is the ability to help others while still protecting your interests. One of the most effective ways to outsmart people who play dirty is to become difficult to manipulate. Manipulators depend on predictable emotional triggers. They know how to provoke anger, fear, jealousy, guilt, or insecurity. When you understand your own emotions, those tactics become less effective. Self-awareness acts like armor. The better you know yourself, the harder it becomes for others to control you. Spend time understanding your strengths, weaknesses, and reactions. This knowledge can be more valuable than understanding your opponents. There is also tremendous power in developing patience with success. Some people resort to dishonest tactics because they want immediate rewards. They are unwilling to do the difficult work required for lasting achievement. They look for shortcuts. While shortcuts can create temporary gains, they often create long-term problems. Sustainable success is usually built slowly through discipline, consistency, and continuous improvement. It may not be glamorous, but it is reliable. Those who commit to the long game often outperform those who chase quick victories. The world rewards people who can think beyond the present moment. Strategic thinkers consider consequences before taking action. They ask themselves what today's decisions will create tomorrow. When someone tries to provoke you, think about the outcome of your response. Will it help your future? Will it improve your reputation? Will it move you closer to your goals? These questions create clarity. They help separate productive actions from emotional reactions. Another common mistake is assuming that intelligence alone guarantees success. Intelligence is valuable, but discipline often matters more. Many talented people fail because they lack consistency. Meanwhile, individuals with average talent achieve remarkable results because they remain focused and persistent. If people around you are playing dirty, your greatest advantage may simply be staying committed to your goals while they become distracted by games and conflicts. Consistency has a way of creating opportunities that others never see. Never underestimate the importance of your environment. The people around you influence your mindset more than you realize. If you surround yourself with negativity, gossip, and constant conflict, those habits can become normal. If you surround yourself with ambitious, disciplined, and thoughtful individuals, their mindset can elevate your own. Pay attention to who has access to your life. Relationships can either accelerate your growth or slow your progress. Choose wisely. One of the most valuable habits you can develop is learning to think independently. Manipulative people often rely on group pressure and popular opinion. They want you to follow the crowd without questioning anything. Independent thinkers are more difficult to influence because they evaluate situations for themselves. They gather information, consider different perspectives, and make decisions based on evidence rather than emotion. This habit can protect you from countless mistakes throughout your life. As you move forward, remember this simple truth. The goal is not to become obsessed with those who play dirty. The goal is to become so disciplined, so focused, and so self-controlled that their tactics lose their power over you. The calm mind sees opportunities where others see obstacles. The strategic mind creates options where others feel trapped. The patient mind wins battles before they even begin. If you're enjoying this journey into strategy, psychology, and personal mastery, subscribe to this channel and join thousands of viewers committed to becoming smarter, stronger, and more successful. Every new video is designed to help you sharpen your mind, understand human nature, and gain the wisdom needed to navigate life's challenges. Subscribe now and be part of this growing community. One of the greatest advantages you can develop in life is the ability to remain unpredictable while staying consistent with your values. People who play dirty often rely on assumptions. They believe they know how you will react, what you will say, and which buttons they need to push to get a response. The moment you stop reacting in expected ways, their strategy begins to fail. This does not mean becoming deceptive. It means becoming disciplined enough that your actions are guided by purpose rather than emotion. When people cannot predict your reactions, they lose one of their most powerful tools. Many conflicts become larger than they need to be because individuals allow their pride to take control. Pride can be useful when it encourages self-respect, but it becomes dangerous when it prevents learning. Some people would rather lose an argument and damage a relationship than admit they made a mistake. Strategic thinkers understand that being right is often less important than achieving the desired outcome. They focus on results rather than ego. This mindset allows them to adapt, learn, and move forward while others remain trapped in unnecessary battles. There is a powerful lesson in understanding the difference between influence and authority. Authority comes from a title, position, or role. Influence comes from trust, competence, and respect. Authority can be given, but influence must be earned. People who rely solely on authority often struggle when circumstances change. Those who build genuine influence create a foundation that lasts much longer. If someone is trying to undermine you, focus on increasing your value, credibility, and reliability. The stronger your influence becomes, the less vulnerable you are to the actions of others. A common tactic used by manipulative individuals is creating confusion. They may change their story, distort facts, or shift blame whenever they are confronted. Their goal is often to make you question your understanding of reality. This is why keeping clear records, remembering facts, and trusting observable evidence is so important. Facts provide stability when emotions and opinions become unreliable. The more grounded you are in reality, the harder it becomes for others to deceive you. Another important principle is learning when to walk away. Society often glorifies persistence, but persistence is not always the answer. Some situations cannot be fixed. Some relationships cannot be repaired. Some environments cannot support your growth. Wisdom is knowing the difference between a challenge worth overcoming and a battle that drains your energy without providing meaningful rewards. Walking away from a toxic situation is not weakness. In many cases, it is one of the strongest decisions you can make. Successful people often understand something that others overlook. Attention is a form of currency. Wherever your attention goes, your energy follows. If you constantly focus on negativity, betrayal, and conflict, those things begin to dominate your thoughts. Eventually, they influence your actions and shape your reality. Strategic individuals are careful about where they direct their attention. They focus on opportunities, solutions, and long-term goals because these areas produce growth. Your attention is valuable. Spend it wisely. One reason many people struggle with difficult individuals is that they expect fairness from everyone. Unfortunately, not everyone shares the same principles, values, or standards. Expecting fairness from an unfair person often leads to disappointment. A more effective approach is to accept reality as it is, understand people's nature without becoming bitter. Once you see people clearly, you can make better decisions about how to interact with them. Awareness is far more useful than unrealistic expectations. The ability to remain patient during setbacks is another hallmark of strategic thinking. Life rarely unfolds exactly as planned. Projects fail, opportunities disappear. People disappoint us during these moments. Many individuals become discouraged and abandon their goals. Yet setbacks often contain valuable lessons that cannot be learned through success alone. Every challenge develops skills, resilience, and perspective. Sometimes what appears to be a loss today becomes an advantage tomorrow. There is also wisdom in understanding the power of reputation. A good reputation takes years to build and only moments to damage. This is why disciplined people are careful about their actions, words, and commitments. They understand that trust is one of the most valuable assets they possess. When others know you as someone who keeps promises, delivers results, and acts with integrity, your reputation begins working for you. Opportunities appear more frequently, relationships become stronger, people become more willing to support your success. Another lesson often associated with strategic thinking is the importance of preparation. Confidence is frequently misunderstood. Many people believe confidence comes from positive thinking alone. In reality, genuine confidence often comes from preparation. When you have studied, practiced, and developed your skills, you naturally feel more capable. Preparation reduces fear because it replaces uncertainty with competence. The more prepared you are, the less vulnerable you become to pressure and manipulation. One of the most overlooked forms of strength is restraint. Modern culture often celebrates immediate reactions and dramatic responses. Yet history repeatedly demonstrates that restraint can be incredibly powerful. Not every thought needs to be spoken. Not every provocation deserves attention. Not every opportunity should be accepted. Restraint allows you to choose actions deliberately rather than impulsively. It creates space between stimulus and response, and within that space lies wisdom. As you continue your journey, remember that your greatest competition is not the people trying to undermine you. Your greatest competition is the version of yourself from yesterday. Focus on becoming wiser, stronger, more disciplined, and more capable than you were before. Every day offers an opportunity to improve. Every challenge offers a lesson. Every setback offers a chance to develop resilience. When personal growth becomes your primary focus, the actions of difficult people become far less significant. Many people spend years searching for secret strategies while ignoring the fundamentals that create success. Consistency, discipline, patience, emotional control, self-awareness. These qualities may not seem exciting, but they produce extraordinary results over time. The person who masters these principles gains an advantage that no manipulation can easily overcome. While others are distracted by drama and conflict, they continue building a stronger future. Never forget that calmness is not passivity. Remaining calm does not mean accepting mistreatment or allowing others to take advantage of you. Calmness simply means responding with intelligence rather than impulse. It means choosing actions that serve your long-term interests rather than satisfying temporary emotions. This distinction is important because many people confuse emotional reactions with strength. True strength lies in maintaining control when circumstances tempt you to lose it. If this message has helped you see life from a new perspective, subscribe to this channel and become part of a community dedicated to wisdom, self-mastery, and personal growth. Every video is created to help you understand human behavior, develop strategic thinking, and build the mindset needed for lasting success. Subscribe now, turn on notifications, and continue your journey toward becoming the calm, intelligent, and powerful person you were meant to be. As you study human nature, you begin to realize that many conflicts are not really about what people claim they are about. On the surface, someone may argue over a small disagreement, criticize your decisions, or challenge your ideas. Beneath the surface, however, there may be deeper motives at work. Pride, jealousy, insecurity, fear, or the desire for recognition often drive behavior more than logic does. Understanding this truth can change the way you approach conflict. Instead of becoming emotionally involved in every dispute, you start looking for the underlying motivations. This perspective helps you respond with greater wisdom and less frustration. One of the most valuable habits you can develop is learning to separate facts from emotions. Emotions are important because they provide information about how we feel, but they are not always accurate guides for decision-making. Fear can exaggerate risks. Anger can distort judgment. Excitement can cause us to overlook dangers. Strategic thinkers acknowledge their emotions without allowing those emotions to control their actions. They pause, reflect, and evaluate situations objectively before deciding how to respond. This habit alone can prevent countless mistakes. People who play dirty often rely on urgency. They pressure others to make quick decisions, react immediately, or choose without sufficient information. Urgency creates stress, and stress reduces clear thinking. Whenever possible, give yourself time to think. Ask questions. Gather facts. Consider alternatives. Time often reveals information that was hidden at first. Many poor decisions could have been avoided if people had simply slowed down and thought more carefully before acting. Another important lesson is recognizing that respect cannot be demanded, it must be earned. Some individuals attempt to force respect through intimidation, manipulation, or authority. While these tactics may produce temporary compliance, they rarely create genuine admiration. Real respect grows from competence, integrity, consistency, and character. If you want to increase your influence, focus on becoming someone whose actions inspire confidence. Over time, people naturally trust those who consistently demonstrate reliability and strength. It is also worth remembering that success often attracts criticism. The moment you begin improving your life, pursuing ambitious goals, or achieving meaningful results, some people will become uncomfortable. Your growth may remind them of opportunities they ignored or dreams they abandoned. Instead of using this discomfort as motivation to improve themselves, they may attempt to criticize or discourage you. Do not allow this to distract you. Criticism is not always evidence that you are doing something wrong. Sometimes it is evidence that you are moving forward while others remain stagnant. There is a quiet power in refusing to participate in unnecessary drama. Drama thrives on emotional reactions, gossip, and conflict. It consumes time, damages relationships, and distracts people from meaningful goals. Strategic individuals understand that drama rarely creates value. Instead of becoming involved, they focus on solutions. They ask productive questions. They direct their attention toward progress. This mindset allows them to preserve energy and maintain momentum while others become trapped in endless cycles of conflict. Another principle that deserves attention is adaptability. Life is constantly changing. Circumstances evolve. Industries transform. Relationships shift. Strategies that worked yesterday may become ineffective tomorrow. People who succeed over the long term are often those who can adapt without abandoning their core values. They remain flexible in their methods while staying firm in their principles. Adaptability allows them to respond effectively to challenges instead of resisting reality. One of the greatest mistakes people make is underestimating the importance of self-discipline. Motivation is helpful, but motivation is temporary. Some days you will feel inspired. Other days you will not. Discipline is what keeps you moving forward regardless of how you feel. It is the ability to do what needs to be done even when it is difficult. Self-discipline creates consistency, and consistency creates results. While others wait for perfect conditions, disciplined individuals continue making progress. As you become more successful, you may discover that not everyone celebrates your achievements. This can be disappointing, especially when the criticism comes from people you expected to support you. Yet this experience contains an important lesson. Never depend entirely on external validation. If your confidence depends on the approval of others, you will always be vulnerable to disappointment. Build confidence from within. Let your standards, values, and efforts become the foundation of your self-respect. There is also tremendous value in learning from your mistakes without allowing those mistakes to define you. Everyone makes errors. Everyone experiences failures. The difference between successful and unsuccessful people often lies in how they respond afterward. Some become discouraged and quit. Others analyze what went wrong, make adjustments, and continue moving forward. Failure is not the opposite of success. In many cases, it is part of the process that leads to success. Every setback contains information that can help you improve. Strategic thinking also requires long-term vision. Many people focus exclusively on immediate rewards. They want results today, recognition today, and success today. Yet the most meaningful achievements often require years of consistent effort. Trees do not grow overnight. Mastery does not develop overnight. Strong reputations are not built overnight. Patience allows you to continue investing in your future even when results are not immediately visible. Over time, these investments compound into extraordinary outcomes. One of the most powerful realizations in life is understanding that peace is a form of success. Many people chase money, status, and influence while neglecting their inner well-being. Yet what is the value of achievement if it comes at the cost of constant stress and unhappiness? True success includes the ability to sleep peacefully, maintain healthy relationships, and enjoy the life you are building. Protect your peace. Do not sacrifice it for unnecessary conflicts or meaningless competitions. Remember that wisdom is not simply knowing what to do. Wisdom is applying knowledge consistently in real situations. It is easy to discuss patience, discipline, and emotional control when life is comfortable. The real test comes during moments of pressure. Can you remain calm when provoked? Can you stay focused when distracted? Can you act with integrity when dishonesty seems easier? These moments define character. They reveal who you truly are. As this journey comes to an end, consider the central lesson behind everything you have learned today. When people play dirty, you do not need to become like them. You do not need to abandon your values, lose control of your emotions, or allow bitterness to consume your life. Your greatest advantage is your ability to remain calm, think strategically, and focus on long-term success. While others waste energy on manipulation and conflict, you can invest your energy in growth, wisdom, and achievement. The world will always contain difficult people. There will always be individuals who choose shortcuts over integrity, manipulation over honesty, and selfishness over character. You cannot control their choices. What you can control is your response. You can choose discipline over impulse. You can choose patience over frustration. You can choose wisdom over revenge. And in doing so, you place yourself on a path that leads not only to success but also to lasting respect and fulfillment. Thank you for watching. If you found value in this message and want more powerful content on Machiavelli, psychology, strategy, self-discipline, and personal growth, subscribe to this channel right now. Join our growing community of ambitious thinkers who are committed to mastering themselves and achieving greater success in life. Like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear this message, and turn on notifications so you never miss our future videos. Your support helps this channel continue creating content that empowers people to think smarter, live better, and grow stronger every day.